Scorpio, welcome to my channel. This is Star Tarot. Your general monthly read for October 2018 is here. I am so excited because I have a new deck. I'm going a little bit more deeper in these reads and I'm just ready to get things started. I did go ahead and bless you guys because you were the most views for the weekend love readings that I did. So I wanted to give this special gift to you. You're going to be out um, first. There's a couple of other signs that came out first, but you guys are going to be within the first ones that I am airing tonight. So that's my gift to you. This may or may not resonate with you. It's not going to resonate with everyone. And always remember, if you are interested in obtaining a personal extended reading, the information is down below. I did go ahead and get your cards laid out already. It's going to cut down on some shuffle time. It gives me some more time to really spend with the cards, with the reading. I want to make sure that I'm getting all of the messages out. There have been a few times where I've done readings and then I've looked back and thought, oh, you know what, there was another message there. But sometimes when you're shuffling, you try to go ahead and get the reading moving because you're taking time to shuffle. So I hope you guys understand, but this is the best way. And we will shuffle some cards throughout the end here so that you can kind of see how some of these things do unfold. And again, those will be confirmations to what is already out here. So along with these new decks that I got, I am going to read some of these cards because they're new, they're fresh, and I haven't had a lot of time to spend with them because I just got them today. So the overall energy that you got, Scorpio, was enchantment. Look how beautiful this card is. And always remember that these cards are not gender based. You will see, male or female, but just know that this message is open for male or female. But I like to look at the images and really get a feel for what's going on. That is a part of tarot reading. You want to look at the messages on the cards. You want to reach into your intuition and hear the spirit and all together. That's why I wanted to get some more cards and have some deeper meanings to these readings because I feel like for the month of October, y'all need that. So I want to go ahead and just read you what this card really means. Let's see, so that we can see where we're headed in the month of October. So this again is your overall energy. It says, slow down, see and feel the love and beauty that surround you. Stop and smell the roses, gaze at the stars, and feel the breeze caress your face. Feel the glow of the sun and the earth beneath your feet. Think of someone and connect with them spiritually. Send your love and light and blessings. Observe nature in your changing seasons, autumn leaves, a misty sunrise, dewdrops in the morning, the waves of the ocean, luscious blades of grass, a rainbow, a smile, a kind gesture, sincerity and love. In spite of all of its madness, difficulty, pain, and suffering, the world still is an amazing place. Life is amazing. The sky is amazing. The earth, the universe, the great cycles of life, death and rebirth, and you are amazing. So this enchantment card is really signaling you to stop, embrace, smell the roses, really take into what life has for you. So that's where you're at right now. You're really looking around and saying, wow, like you're noticing things in a different perspective. You have a newfound respect for nature. Life itself just has a bigger meaning than just going to work and, paying bills and all of the things that you've taken for granted when it comes to life itself are now becoming fully exposed in your sight and in your mind, and you're starting to really embrace and enjoy life, and that's wonderful. So for The focus message from afar. There is a message from afar. This is your focus. Your focus card always, it always gives you the action behind the feeling. So you're feeling enchanted. Now this is the action that you will take or will need to take. So I'm going to read a little bit about the message from afar card. Have the courage to live your dream. Let all unfold from within your soul. Listen to your inner voice. Be yourself. Do what your heart asks you. Live, speak, and breathe your truth. Every situation you find yourself in here is to help you grow in love and wisdom. Always make the most of life. Focus on what you have, not on what you don't. Be grateful. Show compassion for others less fortunate than you. Smile more often. Dance when no one is watching. Think about your eternal soul. Think about eternity. Think about heaven. Remember to smell the roses, to look up at the sky, to feel the earth beneath you and the endless universe that surrounds you and the stars above you. Feel the breeze, the trees, and the love that fulfills and surrounds you. You are loved unconditionally, no matter what. Think about 1,000 years from now and 1,000,000 years from now. Wow. I swear to you, this could not be more orchestrated from the spirit. I mean, one moment you are feeling so connected to the earth and to, nature and being aware of what life is, and here you have a message that's saying not only have courage in your dreams, but embrace your soul in that, and smile and show compassion and stop and smell the roses again. So, this is the beginning of your reading. I just wanted to go ahead and share that with you so that you can see how this all, kind of unfolds here. So, jumping right into it, the Fool. The Fool is an amazing, amazing card. It's starting from ground zero. I call it the reset button. It looks like you have or you will decide to start over. And in that, you're also taking a risk. You're taking a risk on something. And I'm feeling like this might be a risk towards a dream, an idea, a project, but it is definitely something that you feel like is going to change your life. So you are the King of Pentacles at this point. You are very visionary. This card is a visionary man. He's got a plan, and he will work really hard. And in the end, there's big payoff, and he becomes this very wealthy individual, and he is very generous with the rewards that he has reaped from all of his hard work. So for you, Scorpio, you're hitting the reset button, you're taking a risk, and you are having a plan. You plan on taking this idea, running with it, and really taking it to the next level. And you are thinking about all of the things that you could do for other individuals if you do get this plan going. So this is not just about you capitalizing off of this idea or project. In your mind, you are thinking about being able to give back and to be really generous with the rewards. So the Wheel of Fortune, yes, love the Wheel of Fortune. This is fate. This is change. This is a major arcana. So something, I always feel like this is this is going to happen. Like this is something that is really going to happen. And sometimes when we get these, it has a feeling attached to it. So, but this is definitely change, fate. But this could also signal intuition. So for you, Scorpio, you are willing to take this risk. You have this plan, and with the Wheel of Fortune, you also feel like anything is possible. You feel super positive, and things start turning for the better. It's like spinning the wheel. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Well, you are going to feel like the wheel is turning, it's turning in your favor, and you're feeling like anything could be possible, and you're feeling like not only are you wanting this, but you're feeling this in your intuition. Okay. And you're trying to manifest these dreams, these wishes, these goals, and this Wheel of Fortune definitely has you feeling that you can do it. So in that, you are in the Queen of Swords mentality. You're feeling like you've made your mind up, you know what you want to do, and you're basically going to just go ahead and do it. There's nothing that anyone can say, anyone can do. You've already stepped out as the Fool, and you're taking the risk. You've already come up with your plan, and now that you're feeling like you have all of this intuition inside of you that's nudging you, saying, yes, your luck has changed, this is your time. You are feeling like you have all the answers. Everything is definitely here. You you've made you've made this decision, and this is what you're going to do. You're highly ambitious, you're motivated, and you're not really thinking about the things that can go wrong. So you're thinking about this idea, and I really feel like this is something in business, entrepreneurship, something. It's like right now you're willing to take the risk, and you're not, because the Queen of Swords, she also takes risks. And then if anything should happen that does not manifest in the way that she's, so here's the thing. So it's like she's made the decision not to get caught up in the logistics of it all. It's like, I'm going to do it, I'm going to take a risk. So it's like making a decision to not make too much of a decision. It's like, I made the decision that I want to do it, and I'm going to get up and I'm going to go and I'm going to do it, and I'm not going to think about all of the other things that could possibly happen. And that happens in life, right? Where you have this idea, and you're either afraid to tell people about it because you're afraid of the naysayers or all the questions, and then it starts to put in self doubt. So it kind of brings down your momentum when you're thinking of this goal and you're sharing this with people. So it's like, she is the Queen of Swords. She's someone that decides to take a risk, but does not necessarily make a decision that involves all of the details, if that makes sense. So with the Chariot, you now have become super determined. Now that you're thinking on taking a risk, you've come up with a plan, your look looks like it's changing, you've made the decision to really go ahead and take the risk, not let anybody stand in your way, and you now become determined, and you go on this journey. So it's looking like you will, or you have, and again, this is decision making too, because if you look at this card, this individual is holding the reins on to a white and black horse. So it's like making the decision, yay or nay, no pun intended. And now you can begin to have some real progress forward. Now you can work on this and really get things set in motion. And it's like you're ready to navigate down this new journey, and you want to take control of everything that is to come. Now, Scorpio, I want you to be aware that you do have a tower moment. And I think what happens here is that it's okay to take a risk, but I think that with the Queen of Swords, who is indecisive, but she makes the decision to be indecisive, I don't know if you have considered all of the details. So now here comes the tower moment. But the good thing about the tower moment is that not only does it bring shit all the way down, and I mean all the way down, it brings it down so that you can become enlightened to a situation. So it is destruction, and it really can be a collapse of a dream or an idea or even a relationship. So for some of you, this may be a risk that you were stepping out on and making a plan. Things were changing as far as a relationship, but I really feel like this reading is more geared towards a project, an idea, entrepreneurship. This is what I'm feeling. So, however it resonates for you. But there is a time where your ego needs to be shattered sometimes. When you're thinking that, this energy here where it's like, you know what? I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to take this risk. Anybody that stands in my way or tries to give me advice that I don't want to hear, off with their head, and just moving too quickly without a plan. I think this is what is going to happen or has happened for you. Now, the thing of this is that um, this moment might be that your ego needs to be shattered just a little bit because you need to really understand how business works or how an idea or goal can unfold with proper guidance or paying attention to the details. So it might be a humbling moment, but you do feel vulnerable and confused because to you, you're like, well, wait a minute. I had a plan and my luck was looking like it was turning for the better. Everything was signaling that this was the right thing to do. Okay. And so this is what tends to happen. Now, with the moon coming out, the moon is also, um, what am I trying to say? Emotional crisis. So, what I am feeling here is that there is an emotional crisis that happens in conjunction with this tower moment. Because now that your ego is now bruised and now that your plans have failed and you may have had some naysayers, and that's why you became the Queen of Swords, not to think about details, but this in conjunction is destruction, which ultimately, when I clarified why the tower was here, or how you would be feeling in this tower moment, the moon presented itself, and it is stating that this is going to send you into an emotional crisis. It's also going to have you question your faith, because you did have a lot of faith when it came into this. Now, the Nine of Pentacles was also a clarifier with the moon, because the reason why this emotional breakdown happens is because your plan is now shattered and you had plans on being the Nine of Pentacles. You were feeling like you were going to be starting to build. You weren't to the 10 yet, but you're like, oh my god, I was so close. I was so close. And this was your Nine of Cups. Now, typically the Nine of Cups speaks of romance. So for some of you, if this is a relationship situation, you stepped out on a risk, you made a plan, things were looking like they were turning for the better. You did make a decision not to listen to all the other people off with their heads. This is what I'm doing. I'm not going to listen to the details of how you guys feel, your opinions. You decided to make a choice to move forward. Something happened in the relationship. It left you feeling emotionally vulnerable, and you thought that you guys were building something together and you were almost there, and this person was your wish fulfilled. Now, the other storyline is that this is business. The business crashed down before it could come into the nines or into the 10. You were almost there, and this caused some emotional crisis. So this was your wish fulfilled. This is what you wanted to do, and you then feel the Three of Swords. So typically, the Three of Swords is, heartbreak, loss due to a relationship. Now, the only cups that have shown up in here is the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment. But everything else to me symbolize, like with the Pentacles, symbolize like a career or money, is what I'm saying. But again, this can go into the relationship sector. But so for some of you, for a relationship, this was that, the relationship is over and there's Three of Swords here now, and you're just feeling so much in pain because of the loss of the relationship. Now, there is Three Swords here in this photo, and a lot of times when you're seeing three, and it just depends on each reader, but sometimes when you're seeing the number three when it comes to loss due to a relationship, it can signal that there was a third party situation going on. Again, the third party may or may not resonate for your particular situation, but in the terms of this project, entrepreneurship, whatever it was that you were working on, it was your wish fulfillment, and you do feel extreme heartache and loss because the tower moment, it didn't even get where you wanted it to go. So the Nine of Swords signals that you're having a lot of anxiety, or you will, sleepless nights, depression, and this is where we are at this point here. But the good thing is, through all of this, right, because sometimes we have to go through these life experiences to learn something. So I think that for some of us, what we needed to learn was that, stepping out as the fool, taking a risk, can be a good thing. But that's what it is, right? A risk is a 50-50 chance. So if you are going to step out on a risk with relationships or partnerships or, work, entrepreneurship, business, those sort of things, you're taking a risk. So it's a 50-50 chance. So for some of us, we tend to still be very hopeful, and lean more towards it working out, knowing in the back of our mind there's a possibility that it may not. So when we take on this Queen of Swords activity or behavior, we are making a decision to not make a decision, and in terms of details, or taking on other people's ideas or their perspective on things, which sometimes is good to keep things quiet. But if this is your first venture, because the Fool starts off at 0, so this might be something brand new to you. You may have needed to partner up with a mentor or someone that had been doing this already. So all is not lost here, because we do see the Judgment card, and the Judgment card symbolizes healing. So there's going to be some healing, because there is going to be, some heartache, and there's going to be some anxiety. But what you need to know is that through Judgment, you're going to have some assessment, some time to assess the situation, what you could have done better, what you can do differently, and letting go of this. This is letting go of the past, letting go of this situation not working out, and you can move forward. And if this is a relationship or if this is job related, you can move forward and try again. I think of the Aaliyah song, Dust Yourself Off and Try Again. You can do that and just learn from these mistakes, okay? And that's what this is all about. And I think this is why you were signaled in this instance of enchantment. It is time to not be so focused on what didn't work out. They said that. They they said that in your overall energy and your focus. So take this video and run it back and see what it was saying. But it did say that don't worry about what didn't work out. You need to really embrace the fact of life lessons to help you move forward in other directions. Stop and breathe and stop and smell the roses and don't take life so seriously at this time. It's like shit happens, right? It happens every day. And what you do with it to move forward that's most important. So what I'm going to do is, and I know how devastating that could be. I've tried so many things in my life and had so much hope that things would work out, and they didn't, and it can be devastating. Okay, so I'm going to pull a card for love, and then I'm, just in case this does resonate for love for a few of you, and then I am going to pull some life purpose oracle cards, because I do feel like this is more about a life purpose situation. But it says you deserve love, you are lovable. So I don't want, for those that this is about a relationship, I don't want you to get caught up in this, feeling like all is lost and having sleepless nights and feeling anxiety. I mean, I know, especially when this happens, if it hasn't happened already, you do need some moment to grieve the situation, but I want you to know that you deserve love and that you are lovable. And the message there is always that, if it doesn't work out for a reason, it's just not supposed to. And there is other things that are to come for you, and you just need to understand that and know that. We hold on to things, or we have hope for things, and sometimes we're not paying attention to, some of the things that are going on. And when we don't pay attention to some of the things that are going on, then that's when we find ourselves in the tower moment. So, let's just not stay there. Feeling led to, let's see how this works out here. If y'all just give me a moment here, I'm feeling drawn towards, okay, yeah, I was drawn to pull another love oracle card. I was going to pull another, a life purpose oracle card, but something said pull something else. It says healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So this card here, I always say, really symbolizes family issues in the aspect of however you grew up to see love or not see love is typically how you display love when you grow up. And so sometimes we don't even know that we become our parents in the way that they loved each other, or if there was a single parent household and there wasn't a unity and you didn't have a good model of what a relationship looked like and that sort of thing, or if there was things that happened within the family, infidelity, sometimes there's a parent that will allow that to happen, and then you tend to allow it because you think it's okay, or you tend to do it because you think it's okay, or there's just so many different things. Or if there's someone in the family that runs from love because they've had past hurts. Sometimes we recycle those feelings and actions from our parents, right? So again, this is judgment, which equals healing. Let me bring this down a little bit, and I don't know if y'all can see that. And so healing family issues is the other advice that we got. So I don't know, that is for someone, because it seems that this is a relationship situation for some. Okay, let's see. We're going to pull, what is the life purpose? Advice for Scorpio for 2018, October. Y'all bear with me because I want to make sure. Yep. Okay. So what I received was support. It says your life purpose fully supports you. So yeah, don't give up on whatever this uh, idea or goal was. It says your life purpose fully supports you. If this was really your life purpose, maybe you just have to do things different or consider things and start again. Or maybe it's the fact that you're going to need some support to heal from this situation so that you can embrace what your true life purpose is. Maybe this wasn't for you, and that's why that tower moment happened. Because, like I said, the tower moment is an intervention from the universe, from God. It's like, you know what? No, this is not going down. Either it was going to go all the way, it could have gone all the way through, and then things could have really went bad. I mean, you could have went bankrupt. I mean, the bad contracts, it could have went way bad. It could have went way bad, but this is like saving you from the worst that could happen. So just know that you could possibly start up again, or maybe this is happening in divine timing because your real purpose is still out there. All right, so it's saying that, have strength. For this time, it says everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. Absolutely. This situation will definitely build strength in you. It will allow you to be super courageous to start again or to start something new again. You will learn something from this. And the last card that came out was let go. It says walk away from the situation in order to resolve it. Yeah, you need to walk away from the fact that it did not work out and, just walk away. And if you have to start at a later time, then you have to start at a later time. Let's see here. I really wanted, I don't think it's time to use those. I'm going to use this. I think I'm going to save those for later. I got some new decks here, and I always try to feel the spirit, like, which deck do I need to use? So I have these new postcards from the spirit, and we're just going to get some insight from, our spirit guides, the loved ones that have passed on, our divine, heavenly angels, and we're going to get a message. Okay, very good. All right, this is the message that we got. We're going to read it. All right, so this is your message from the spirit, and I'm going to read this to close out your reading, Scorpio. It says, Dear you, since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built, yes? A good, solid foundation, and yet flexibility too in the cause of earthquakes. Truth be told, you can't offer something sustainable unless it's built from a solid base, whether it be an idea that takes form one step at a time, or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation dug, poured, and built. We want to remind you of this because you might need a little encouragement to see this is true in your life at this time. Celebrate the fact that right now you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly, as well as you do a general site check to ensure your hard work is being well supported. Do this and know you are building your life on a perfect and sound foundation that will allow you to welcome the many miracles waiting to come to visit. We're so happy for you and so intrigued by what you're building. Wow, so this is the message. I truly love these cards. They always speak. And what I'm hearing from this before I let you go is that, yeah, anytime you're trying to build something, you have to have a strong, solid foundation. But you also have to have the flexibility to embrace other people's insight, but it also talks about the earthquakes. I mean, in order for this to work, you have to embrace all that this comes in with it. Yeah, you're excited about it. Yeah, you want to get it going. But what are the details? What could be the downfalls? Who knows about this that we can team up with? So when the earthquake comes, things get shaky, your foundation doesn't come crumbling like it did with the tower. But the good thing about this is it says right here, let's read this again. Celebrate the fact that right now you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly. You only have cracks in the foundation. You got saved because right here you were hemming and hawing. I was almost there. You were at the 9. Yes, you were almost there, but if you had gotten to the 10, do you know how devastating that would have been to what you've built? So right now, repair the cracks, get the support. It talks about support in here. Have the strength, because in order to build, you have to be strong. And let it go. Let it go, Scorpio. And just know that the next thing you will build will be absolutely amazing. And you'll know what to do based on all of the things that you didn't do this time. So don't feel down. Use this as a learning experience to bring forth something truly, truly amazing. And so I do want to thank you guys again for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you liked it. If this did resonate with anyone, please leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. I will have some bonus readings coming up here, and as long as you're subscribed, you'll know all about it. Again, I want to thank you all. I will see you on the other side in love and light.